Hi, everyone. Welcome to Soul Connections. I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbe, here on the Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom YouTube channel. Welcome. Glad to be here this Tuesday night and ready to move our energy for the week ahead. And I know many of us have had a tumultuous time in the past couple of days. So maybe it's some guidance and some centering that you're seeking. So I'm surely glad about that for myself. So yeah. um, we always start with a healing meditation. It's helped to center us, ground us, connect us to our spiritual team, to our soul, and really to open a channel for wisdom to come to us so that um, we can be guided on how to take action in our lives and feel supported um, all the time because that's helpful. So the messages that I'll be sharing after the meditation are usually cards that are pulled. I always get some info from my team, but it's good for you to have the visual of the cards. And tonight's deck is a new one for me. So this is the Mystical Wisdom card deck by Gay Guthrie and Josephine Wall. And I've had many decks that Josephine Wall has been the artist for. They're very the artwork is very expressive. It has a really strong nature base, but it has that really cool mystical quality. So I can't wait to share that with you. I just got the deck and started using it this past weekend, and it seems to read really straightforward, which sometimes I really like that. Don't know about you, but when I'm looking for information and wisdom, kind of want my team to get right to the point. So I know what to do and how to take action. So thank you for joining us. And so I'm going to invite you to just start to get yourself settled. Get yourself comfortable, whether you're in a chair, you're on the floor, you're laying down. You just really want to get yourself situated and make sure that your arms and your legs are uncrossed. We want to keep our energy circuits wide open so that the energy can flow to us and through us and not get stuck anywhere. And so you just want to take a moment to take a couple of nice deep breaths, just sort of breathing in all the oxygen you can and just releasing all the stress and the worries that you've had throughout the day. Let's do that again. Breathe in all the clean new oxygen and breathe out all the stresses and the worries. And we're just going to start by feeling the body that we're in, noticing any tightness, any places where it feels uncomfortable, and just recognizing that and hearing your body communicate with you. And to help our body out, we're going to start by relaxing our muscles, allowing our energy to melt into the support system that we have, whether that's a chair, the floor, a bed, the earth, the ground, maybe a meditation cushion, just allowing all of your stresses and your tightness to melt into your support. We're going to start up at the top of the head and we're going to invite any tightness around your eyes, your forehead, your ears, your jaw, maybe your upper neck or shoulders. Just taking a breath and allowing those muscles to relax to the best of your ability. Letting the divine energy flow through them, softening any places where it feels tight or rigid. And then really feeling the burdens and the responsibilities you've been carrying just on the top of the shoulders and inviting it to gently melt away and gently dissolve off your body into the earth. And checking in with our lungs and our heart, noticing whether we're breathing deeply, letting out a breath to reach the bottom of your lungs if you need to, feeling that spot in between the shoulder blades and just allowing the divine energy to loosen up the tightness there. Feeling the divine energy circulating through all four chambers of the heart, restoring balance to our breath and our heart and our flow. And then relaxing the muscles that are in our belly. Yes. Taking a moment to just release and allow everything to hang out. Nobody's looking in this moment. Just allow those muscles just a moment to relax, letting the surface support you, and allowing some of the tension in your lower back, maybe in your hips or your buttocks, to just start to ease. Allowing some of that tension to just feel the divine light breaking that apart, making room for more energy, more flow to come through. And even feeling that as it's moving down into your thighs and your hamstrings, notice how tight those may be. Breathing relaxation in. And then doing the same thing with your calves, noticing how tight they are. Breathing the relaxation through. And even your feet and your toes. And going back and checking in our upper arms and our hands. Letting all the tension release out of that as well. We're going to ask the divine energy to center in our heart space. And as it begins to center there, just feeling the warmth of the light and the softness filling up our heart with unconditional love. Filling our bloodstream with divine energy, filled with love and compassion, allowing that to penetrate even down to the cellular level. Feeling that in our veins and our tissues, in our organs, and even in our bones and our skin. And moving down to our tailbone, just inviting our root chakra, that first chakra, our beautiful foundation in this lifetime, inviting it to balance and become more stable, filling it with safety and security, balancing out our family and our work, allowing any old insecurities to melt into the foundation, filling back up rapidly with peace and confidence. And moving into our second chakra below the belly button and feeling that juicy creative flow, our beautiful emotions that rise and fall from this space, the creative ideas that percolate here, the sensual energy of our sexual being, releasing any restraints on that, allowing yourself to be able to fully express that sensual part of you, how you want to share it with others, or simply be in it for yourself. And restoring that flow of energy that is attached to abundance and money, happiness and joy, satisfaction and fulfillment, and all ways that we create in our lifetime. And moving our energy up into the third chakra, just below the rib cage in the solar plexus, tapping into our personal fire, our passions, our desires, our confidence, our self esteem. Noticing any ways where it may feel tight or constricted. Breathing love, life, and possibilities into those spaces so that we can be a fuller version of ourselves. Releasing any anxieties, worries, stress, or overwhelm we may have held on to here, any frustrations or anger that may need dissolving. Moving back into the heart and feeling the pulsing of the divine love, energy, noticing any tightness in our shoulders, in our back, in our arms, just allowing that to dissolve, releasing any old grief or disappointment. And moving into our throat and bringing in that beautiful blue, symbolizing our unique self and how we want to express that, how we communicate our needs and our wants with others, how we bring out our creative juices to be shared with others, releasing any tension in the back of the neck where we've had to hold back who we are. Maybe it hasn't felt safe to really fully express yourself. Maybe you've bit back words in anger. frustration. Maybe you've had feelings of not being enough or even too much. Just allowing some of that fluctuation energy to dissolve, even if it's just in this moment, so you can be centered in your true and authentic self, held by your spiritual team and the divine energy around us. And moving into our third eye in our forehead, that sixth sense, that inner wisdom, that intuition and inner knowing. Our brain coming into balance between the creativity and the logic. But also inviting all five of your senses to come in and work in collaboration with your intuition, knowing that each is personal radar system, letting you know the energy in the world around you and the energy of the world within you, releasing any pressure that you've been holding in your head, releasing any spinning thoughts that have made it hard to focus, and moving up to your crown chakra and really allowing some space for it to blossom, for the lotus in your crown to open up to the love and the light that is available to us. Allowing some of your doubt to disappear, feeling the divine energy on you almost like a ray of sunshine, and just breathing in that beautiful connected space. And we're going to ask Archangel Metatron to help ground all of this energy into the earth plane for us, connecting it deep within the earth, connecting to our earth star beneath our feet, plugging into Grandmother Earth, tapping into the steadiness that she provides, and inviting Archangel Sandalphon to connect our energy above into our soul chakra, into our soul star, a little bit above our head, allowing us to plug into our higher self and all the higher and fuller versions of who we are in each and every frequency and dimension and vibration that we can connect to. And then calling on Archangel Emmanuel, an intergalactic archangel who helps not only in the third dimension, but also in the fifth and beyond. And asking him to ground our earth with the sun and our whole solar system. The rhythm of movement as the planets move around the sun and are connected to the sun and grounded to each other in this beautiful cycle of movement. And then asking the divine energy to then connect our beautiful solar system to the center of our galaxy. Feeling that central spot, that black hole of creation, and allowing that to ground not only our solar system and our planets, but all that are interconnected in our beautiful galaxy. And just breathing into the centeredness and the connectedness of the cosmos, of our soul's expression, of our journey and our purpose here on the earth in the earth school. And now inviting our spiritual teams to come a little closer to us so that we can sense them, feel them, know them more deeply, imparting words of wisdom, sensations of support and love. And even if we don't feel it or sense it in this moment, welcoming it to come through the readings this evening or through our dream time or through messages that we see or receive throughout the week that's coming. And we express gratitude for all of the spiritual teams coming together for this healing, this connection, and this wisdom, knowing that it is imparted for the good of all and harm none, as always. Now we're going to welcome our community back into their individual selves, starting to feel yourself back in your physical body. You might notice the clothes you're wearing, or you may sense the light around you, the smells, the sounds, whatever's needed. You might want to stretch or yawn to kind of bring your energy back into the awareness. Maybe rub your hands together, rub your feet on the floor, whatever you need. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. So, if you would like to receive a message through a card, all you have to do is say yes, please, and I'll be happy to draw one for you. Our deck tonight is the Mystical Wisdom card deck by Gay Guthrie and Josephine Wall. It's a new deck for me, but it's been very precise over the weekend when I was first using it. So I'm excited to share it with you. And I love, love, love the artwork by Josephine Wall. She has there's so much color and movement in all of her pieces. So I look forward to sharing it with you. So yeah, when you're ready, just let us know and we'll get this party started. All right, Jackie, of course. This is a beautiful card. So this is the dove card. So you can see the dove over the earth and the beautiful angelic energy of the young girl and some of the butterflies and the swirling colors. So the dove energy, the dove always brings peace to earth, right? Or it's meant to, or it's a message from the divine. And so when I see this card, it's inviting us to take a leap of faith. And Sometimes the leap of faith is so difficult because we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust our intuition or our decision making. And ultimately, we don't trust the divine to have that safety net to catch us so that we land softly. So sometimes we focus on the fear of falling rather than the possibility of the joy of jumping. um, and so, it's time. It's time for you to really jump into something new, to really give something some space, the possibilities. And boy, that can be scary. But know that you're like fully supported by that, and that um, it's going to bring you peace and it's going to bring you joy. And actually, it'll bring you a lot of grounded energy. It's why the earth is in the picture. Like, it's meant to happen here on the earth plane, it's meant to happen in this moment and become your reality. Um, so, I'm sure your talking head or your inner critic has had many excuses why not. Um, but the divine is saying, go for it. You know, there's nothing to hold you back except your own worry. And, uh, that happens for all of us. But take a deep breath, take a jump, and amazing things are going to be on the other side. Love that for you. All right. Have a great week, sweetie. Ah, Mary. Yes. Hello, hello. This is another beautiful card. She's going up this golden staircase with her beautiful flower dress just cascading behind her. And this card is about, creative wonderment is what it says on it. And it's about following your passion. Those are the words that are on the card. And so what I'm seeing is like, what fills you up? What makes your heart sing? It's like time to do that. Time to follow that. So many times we get caught up in our responsible self, which is great. Our responsible self keeps us in line. But sometimes we have to lean in and lead with what brings us joy and passion. So it's very similar to Jackie's card. Like, yours is a little less of a jump. um, Yours is more walking down a garden pathway. So it's time to just follow where your passion wants to take you, where your creativity wants to be expressed. And it's not about perfection. It's about allowing yourself to be a creator. And that's how we tap back into our divine self. We create things with love, and they don't have to be perfect. They don't even have to be good. um, it's the act of doing it that can bring out so much joy and love into our lives and to the people around us. Um, and we want that for everybody that we know. We want them to be themselves, and we want them to have, um, do what they love, because we want to see others happy as well as ourselves happy. So sometimes we do it first and show others that they can do it too. Um, so get to it, follow your passion. Let us know what that looks like, because that sounds beautiful as well. And I see a lot of pink roses, so I don't know if you're a gardener and it connects to that, but pink roses are the big thing that are popping out for me on that card. All right. Thank you, Mary, for being with us. Have a great night. Rachel, hi. All right. So your card is actually the competition card. Look at that tiger and all that energy that's swirling above his head. It's almost like the little baby tiger that's with your jasmine. Um, So it says on the card, summon courage and self-confidence. And actually, it's probably not really visible, but above the head of the lion, there's kind of like a woman who's got like the peacock feathers behind her next to the bright, bright moon, um, or bright, bright earth, depending on how you look at it. Um, so what this is meaning to me is in the tarot decks, the strength card is when the woman is really divinely connected and she's able to tame the lion. She's able to tame her inner beast energy, and by not having any fear. And so it's like, what's coming up? You might have to tap into that inner courage and your self-confidence. But, you're riding the lion. You're not, well, actually it's a tiger here, but you're riding the tiger. You're you're telling it where to go. And so in this energy that, you may have something coming up that's a little bit of conflict, or maybe there's a couple people up for the same job, or the same part or something like that. But it's, just tap into that really strong inner self. You have a lot of self-confidence. So bring it on out. Because there's nothing to be feared here. Because even competition helps us see um, how good we are, you know, um, and not in a better than or a less than way, but it's like it brings out the best of us when we actually have to put a little more into it. Um, you know, we have to go a little bigger, go bigger, go home. Um, but I feel this magical energy of her like guiding the tiger, and she's not even like holding the reins. Like her and the tiger are like one. It makes me think of some of the like sci-fi books where they're riding a dragon, and it's like they just hold on with their legs. They don't need to hold on any other way because the two kind of merge together, and work together. So just think of your courage in the tiger and your self-confidence in yourself and in the feminine part of you. Those two together are unstoppable. That's the word just popped in. So have at it. uh, Another good outlook for the rest of the week. I love it. Thanks for coming. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mary. We appreciate that. Barbara, of course. This one's fun. So this is the Epiphany card. So it's a woman who's dressed kind of like a bird and a phoenix and a peacock, kind of the combination. And so this is about seeking clarity. And when we're talking about an epiphany, it's like that aha moment of like clear knowing, clear logic, clear cognizant, if we're talking about psychic gifts. And so through the energy that's been transforming, because the the peacock is sort of the earthly version of the phoenix. And so when the peacock is ready to transform and transmute into a higher, fuller version of itself, it becomes that phoenix. And many people think of the phoenix as rising out of the ashes, which often it does. It takes, something really tragic, and it moves forward. But this particular card is more about just being open to the divine wisdom, just dropping in that instant awareness so that something is the right action to take or the right way for you to move forward. And most of the time, when we get this type of card, it's saying to us, we've probably been thinking about it too much. We've been using our thinking brain. And our thinking brain can only think up solutions that it has already done. So for us to have a new thing to happen, or for us to think outside the box, we have to make room for the divine thought to come in and give us that flash of new wisdom and a new thing that we can try and a new possibility. And then your team wants you to take flight with that. Like, use that to transmute, use that to transform, use that to move yourself and the people around you forward in a brand new way. It feels like it will come in really quickly, if it hasn't already. Um, and, once you have that aha, that light bulb, um, you don't have to look for any more answers. That's the one you need. Go for it. Go with it. All right. Um, Great job, Barbara. Have a great week. Love it. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, it's a great message, Rachel. We're having great ones today. I'm enjoying this. Deanna, hi, dear. All right. Look at this one. This is Face Your Fears. So her hair is kind of covering her eyes. There's many, many planets in the sky and stars. And she has her beautiful horse beside her. And facing your fears is having the courage and the strength to release the power that fear can have over us. And because most of the time when we're in a fear place, we imagine the worst, the absolute worst. And that's rarely the case. And because of that, we hold back. And it's easy to think of all the bad things that could happen. And we rarely take the time to think of all the good things that could happen. So it's like what I'm seeing is like taking a deep breath, having that tough conversation, and it's going to be way easier than you expected. Or also taking that deep breath and implementing some change that's been on the horizon for a while, but you've just been too nervous to actually take, such big, decisive action. Many of us on the planet right now are being called to take bold, decisive action and way outside of our comfort zone. So that might even be the biggest fear of being so far outside of our comfort zone or so far into the unknown. But in every dimension, in every reality, with each planet that's out there, right? Each planet that is in the background, any version of it, you are safe and supported, and you have your horse to ride. So you're not in it alone. You're being carried. And so all you have to do is open your eyes and allow yourself to see the possibilities. And I keep hearing big brave dog. It's something my husband says to me whenever I have to do something big, and makes me nervous. He's like, you're a big brave dog. But it's reassuring to hear that, and know that, yeah, I got this. So you got this, and your fear is only as big as you would allow it to be. All right. Have a great day. You are welcome, Barbara. Very happy to share with everybody anything that comes through. It's always nice being the messenger. Ah, Kevin, absolutely. Feels absolutely right now. Aw, all right. So this is the children card. There's like a tiger in the tiger lily and this sweet little child there. And sometimes this is for, the children that we have, letting us know that they are safe and they're protected. But I'm feeling more like the inner child, that your inner child is safe. Your inner child is protected. That large Kevin, large and in charge Kevin, um, hears what the inner child needs and will provide a safe environment for that creative spark to live and express itself. And we all have times when our inner children don't feel safe. And so knowing that they're okay and that they're protected, it allows them to come out and reconnect with their magic, reconnect with their dreaming, reconnect with the possibilities, because our inner child really holds the magic. And so sometimes we just need to know that our magic is safe, and that we're ready to shine our magic out in the world for others to experience. You have some amazing gifts that you're learning to hone and are looking for ways to share those with others. Um, and just know that that child part of you that maybe had a hard time, because many of our inner children did. Many of us had difficult childhoods or experiences in our childhood, that have caused us to be a little more cautious, than we would like to be, because we learned to be fearful of the world around us in those times. So it's inviting you to know that you're safe and that the adult Kevin has you, and knows how to take care of you. And just sort of allow yourself to gently bring some of those gifts and those passions out. And maybe use a tiger, as a symbol for yourself. Get a little tiger figurine or a stuffed tiger or something and put it out where you see it. If you have an altar, put it on an altar. Um, or maybe get a t-shirt that has a tiger on it. Or plant tiger lilies in your garden. Something just to reassure that inner child that all's well. Nice. Love that. Thank you for coming tonight, Kevin. Glad you made it. A tiger's hat. Said by the Detroit, our Detroit co-pilot. Hi, Ellen. Nice to have you. All right. Let's see what we've got. Looks a lot like a water fairy and water ballet. And she's saying, cheer up. We can get into our emotions and our feels, and we can kind of get flooded by them. And she's saying, live in the moment. And, if you're not living in the moment that you want to live in, well, change that. We get so used to suffering being the normal way of living that we forget that we have the ability to change everything about our lives. And if things aren't bringing you happiness, out they go. And water is one of your joy places, and I know that. So, it's asking for you to let the water heal you, let the water soothe you, let the water remind you of all the joy you feel. And if you find yourself too far from water, pack your bags and get yourself there. because that's where your happiness is. That's where your joy is. And don't worry about what other people think or how it might look or whatever. It's like you deserve to be happy. We all deserve to be happy. And we have the power to change that. We just have to have the courage to take action. And just know that your spiritual team is supporting you and providing you with love and attention and intention. And there's many people on the human realm who are cheering for you and are here holding space for you. And every single one of us in the divine and the in person, we all want you to shine your happiness because it is an amazing beacon of light for others. And you deserve to shine. So get yourself out there and get yourself to the water if you aren't already there. All right. Love you, dear. Have a great week. Your lilies are blooming perfect. I love it. See, you can't make this stuff up. You just can't. Yes, Stacy, his little tiger, his lilies, his all of his stuff. Andrew. All right. So your card is it says animal bond. And you can see like they're like part human, part eagle or hawk or something. I don't know. There's all sorts of birds that are in the picture. So it could be any kind of, it could be any kind. But what this card is inviting is that, you know, you're really connected to the animals, the animal realm, and that there are times when the animals need us to be their voice, that we need to stand up for them, that we need to say what they can't. And so it might be advocating for a particular animal that you know, or animals, you know, nearby, or maybe it's, you know, adopting an animal and creating a new animal bond. Because maybe there's an animal out there who really needs your love and attention. But what I'm seeing is that, you know, there's an animal out there, if not more than one, that just needs you to advocate for it. Yeah, and it feels like at a shelter or something like that. So it feels like it might be a new animal baby for your family, or maybe it's even just advocating for an animal that is in a shelter that, again, needs a human voice to stand up for them. Yeah, they need that. Just like we all do. We need somebody to stand up for us sometimes and speak for us when we're down. And so there's an animal out there who needs you. So pay attention and find that, because you will be a great advocate for them. I know you will. Thank you. Hi, Gavin. Nice to have you here. Love your picture there. So nice. So your card is celebration. The celebration is like, hello, let go and have some fun. You know, a lot of things have been accomplished. A lot of things have shifted and changed for you. And sometimes change can be big and scary, and sometimes we do it the hard way. You know, but that's how we learn, right? So really this is about taking the time to let go and have some fun. Because, you know, if we're all work and no play, we get kind of cranky, you know. And it's time to do it now. Well, the sun is shining. Well, the summer light is here. And it doesn't have to be anything spectacular, it doesn't have to be like a party. It can just be going, having, a really cool experience with friends, like, going to the park and skateboarding, or maybe it's um, going bowling and just laughing at, everybody's ability to do that. It can have a lot of different meanings, but it's just inviting you to have a little bit of fun. And it doesn't have to be expensive to celebrate and have fun. Everybody can chip in a little bit, and a little bit can go a long way. It's fun to go play frisbee in the park, or go swimming in a swimming hole or something. And none of that, it still has that fun and that celebration, and take time to celebrate the people around you right now, and the accomplishments that have happened for you and for others nearby. Because that's another win-win. And maybe there's a fair nearby. I'm not sure when the fairs are coming around here, but that would be fun too. Your inner child might have some fun with that. So thank you for coming. So happy to have you here, and welcome to Trinity. Oh, the connected feeling to the galaxy. Yes, I really enjoyed that too. I wondered how many people got to experience that. All right, Miss Stacy. So Legends is the card. So there's other beings and other elementals who are around to teach and inspire. And so no matter where we are in our life, there's always the opportunity for us to learn something new. And so this is inviting you to learn from someone who inspires you. And because those who inspire us get that creative spark going inside of us and help us reconnect with the divine energy that we feel and that we experience. And sometimes they challenge our sense of reality, because we think it can only be one way. So learning some other techniques or other strategies can really expand our human experience. So you're being invited to look for who inspires you and study and learn something new from them. Um, and there's so many people out there with wonderful gifts that we can learn from if we just pay attention and we listen and we ask for direction, because they're right here, right in front of us sometimes, right? So thanks, sweetie, and glad to have you here. Have a great night and the rest of your week. Nice. Nice. Yes, a Ren Fair is definitely one of those places. Thanks. I'm glad you were able to do that. But I still think there's more celebration ahead. There's something going on. Something's out there. Tanya, hello. Nice to have you here. All right. Letting go is your card. She's looking off into the future, and the butterflies have been released, which is great. And this card is about learning to let go. We hear that phrase so often. Sometimes it's irritating, because if it were that easy, we would just do it, right? But the process of letting go is really checking inside yourself to see where you are right now. And it's not about losing something when we let it go. It's freeing something when we let it go. Freeing that thing that we let go of to take flight and become something else. It's also freeing ourselves to take flight and become something else. So when I'm working on the process of letting something go, maybe letting a relationship go, or letting a project go that hasn't gone the way I wanted to, or something like that, often the first thing I'll do is see other things that I can let go of more easily in my life. So my first place is to go to my closet and see what clothes I can get rid of. What does If I don't like it, if it doesn't fit, if it has a stain on it, um, and I sort them into what I donate and what I, get rid of. Um, but that's where I start. I start with things that are easy to let go of. And every time I do that, it gives me room to bring in something new that I actually do love. It allows me to share something I did love, but maybe it doesn't fit anymore. I can share that with somebody else who's going to have so much joy wearing it because I had joy, right? And so those things I've got less emotions attached to. And I can let go of that much easier than I can let go of a person. But once I start the process of letting go, then I start to look for other things that can go in my life until I build up enough energy to let go of the bigger things that aren't serving, the things that aren't bringing me joy, the things that aren't healthy for me anymore. Um, those are the harder things, but you start little and you work your way up, because as we learn to let go, it gets momentum. And just start, because you'll feel lighter and freer and happier because of it. All right. I hope that helps. Have a great week. You're very welcome, dear. Oh, thank you so much, Stacy. I appreciate that. Okay. Rob, whatever languages you want to show up for, that's okay. So your card, I love it, is resilience. This has got a lot going on. She's kind of jumping over the moon. She's got one shoe on, one shoe off. There's this like metal staircase. There's an owl, that's a deer, that's a peacock. um, but in the end, the resilience card is about, you know, rising above things. You know, things may seem hard, things may seem difficult, may seem weird, especially if you have a flying bird with a deer head coming at you. Um, but even though things may seem like difficult, there's ways for us to rise above it. There's ways for us um to be in that place where we're not going to let fear guide us. Yeah, we're going to get out of the way of a crazy flying bird deer, but we don't have to then go down the rabbit hole of, oh no, what's happening? The sky's falling. It's like, no, you just keep moving. And resilience is being able to take on all of those turbulent things going on and still be on your feet. Maybe you lost a shoe along the way, but you're still on your feet. um, so if there's, any turbulence coming your way, it feels like it might be work related, if it's anywhere. Just do your best not to go into the negativity and the fear with other people, because that's when they win. That's when they pull you out of your integrity. They pull you out of your truth and who you are. And you are so much better than that. So don't go there with them. Rise above it and be like, sorry, I don't have time to deal with that. And you're going to do great. So thank you for being my co-pilot this evening, Rob, doing all the electronic things for our internet. But, glad you guys were able to join us. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and we will be here again next Tuesday sharing the wisdom, sharing the connection, sharing our virtual community where everyone is welcome. And we look forward to seeing you again. Bye for now.